Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to take apart 2 microwaves to see if we get anything good out of them. See if they're copper transformers or aluminium transformers, and see what the goodies we can find inside, and see if it's worth taking them apart. The 2 microwaves start weight, as they are before taken down, is 22.5 kilograms, so we'll see if we make a profit by stripping them down. So at the end I'll do how much as is and how much total for everything once stripped. Okay, so I've moved one of the microwaves out of the way. So let's make a start on this one. First got off the power cord, and then tip it over, and I go for on this bottom plate. It's usually, well, all the time, because there's a turntable inside. It's normally a little motor I go for. Usually just one screw. And there's first motor. Now I'll take the screws out of the back on this one. Torque screws. Most of the time they're Phillips. On this one it's torque screws. Keep the screws to one side because I normally put the top back on, and then I use the microwave enclosure to fill up with all scrap bits of metal and stuff. And then it's Phillips on the side. I just can't see the point of it. Take it to one side. So on the side here, yep. While I got this end, I'll undo the 4 screws to release the transformer. Let's transform loose. Take the top off. Pull back. Move that out of the way for the moment. Now, what do we have? Now, let's undo the earthing points. Pull off the wires there. Need to be careful of these. They hold a charge. If you're trying to take these apart not long after it's been used, I'd leave it for a while to be on the safe side, or put a piece of metal between them to short it out, because they can give you a nasty shock, which some people have watched and they say can be fatal. So don't mess with them. I normally disconnect that first to be on the safe side. Now I'll go along and just disconnect all the connectors. Pull those 2s off the whites. That's what I do with those, because the majority of the time they're brass, but I'll just double check with a magnet. Yep, brass, move that. Carry on disconnecting the wires. The wires and one of the switches has come out with it, which in there as you get copper and silver contacts. Drop my screwdriver, which is normally a couple of switches, which I go for. If I don't take them apart, I wait till I got a lot of them, then I sit and take them apart. But there is, like I say, copper and silver contacts. Transformer, which on the really older ones they were all copper, but over the years I've changed it to where, yeah, aluminium, and then sometimes this one can be copper. No, aluminium. So it's quite a recent modern microwave. So both of them are aluminium, which is a downer, but never mind. Continue. Which also remove these, which has copper and silver contacts inside, and normally this cap on the top, that's steel. But this one on top's normally aluminium, but and brass parts on the bottom. So a bit of brass, copper inside, and silver contacts. Which I don't take these apart. I wait till I got a lot of these as well, and then I sit there watching TV, taking things apart, and then I go to the two small boards. Coil there, copper round, some brass pins, a fuse, the holders for the fuse are normally brass as well, plus I take these off and keep these in a jar. Yes, next bit. Undo the two screws that hold the fan housing. That's rubbish. Two screws holding that in place. One, two. Which most of the time these are, majority of the time, copper. Yeah. Copper spool there. Let's get a hammer. Just give it a whack. That pops out. And then we cut one of the ends off, and then this copper will just pull off quite easily. Plus, there's always on these type of motors, there's always bits of copper there. Cut the ends on one side, grab this side, and pull them through. There's that. And I normally go for the circuit boards on the sides, which screws. There's one down there. bits and pieces on this board. So magnetrons in there. Like this. With some people, they take the magnetrons apart to get the two quite powerful magnets, and inside that middle part there is copper as well, and a bit of brass normally there. But I don't take this apart because there is parts in it inside, some of that pink stuff, that if you break it in the dust, you breathe it in, is poisonous. So I don't, me personally, I don't mess with these. A lot of people do go through, maybe in the future when I've got a decent respirator, I might, but I very much doubt it. Health is worth more than just going for the extra bit of copper. Seem to be dropping everything today. Now there's two screws that partially blocked on the metal frame. Now let's see if I can get into it. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera with my elbow. See how I can get to that screw now. Last screw. That'll been a little bit of pain, but we might get there. There's one hiding in the middle. There's always that one screw that gets overlooked on a lot of things, especially when it comes to circuit boards. There we go. So on here we have a couple of switch relays, which are good for brass silver pins, silver contacts, IC chip, crystal oscillator, and here's another IC chip, little transformer, and take these off and put these in the tub that's stored up with these. That's what we have on that. And I think that's about it that I take out of this. So what I'll do, I'll just put the casing back on this, and then I use the inside to store all small bits of scrap metal and screws and things like that. So I'll be back in a sec with what I've taken out of them so far. So what we have here now is the circuit boards that came out the two microwaves, the different switches and that contains copper and silver contacts, a couple of motors, a couple of these motors, which sometimes I strip these down to get the copper out, other times I don't, depends how I feel at the time. But these I recover the copper, all the wiring and the two transformers, but both of those are aluminium. The power cords with the plugs, which the lock cords I leave as they are, but I cut the plugs off, and usually I wait until I've got quite a few plugs, then I'll sit there and take the copper out of them and pull the pins off, because these are brass. So that's what I've got from them so far. I'll just tidy them up a bit more and then come to the last part. I'm back for the last time. The conclusion to all this is there's the copper, that's some of the motors and bits and pieces, the boards, a little bit of aluminium, two motors which I might strip down in the future, but for this I'll work it out as they are. Some single wires, a single insulation, a few of those that I'll strip down in the future. Outlet switches, silver contacts, cut the ends off. Some insulation, single wires with the outer insulation, the aluminium transformers and all the brass. So start off with the two microwaves, weighed 22.5 kilograms, so as they are, scrap would be £2.81. So this is after everything's all taken down and separated. I'm left with 13.25 kilograms, that's £1.65 in UK money. Brass 54 grams, works out to 18 pence. The two little motors works out to 5 pence. The aluminium, it's that light, it's 11 grams, comes in under a penny, so nothing. Copper 74 grams, 39p. The boards, low grade boards, they work out 62 pence. The single wires 17 pence. The double insulated wire works out 18 pence, and the aluminium transformers 7.474 kilograms works out £2.46. So as they are, it's £2.81. If you strip it all down, separate and clean a few bits up, you get £5.70. So that's a profit of £2.89. Strip them down, which doing the video and things like that took me a bit longer, but if I wasn't talking and other things, I could probably strip down two microwaves to this in probably, if I go at it, 10 minutes. So it's, some people weigh them in as they are, don't want to mess around, but I enjoy doing it. So that's it. But their boards, I might strip them down further, but a lot of people just want to sell them as they are. So hope you like it, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one, and see you all soon. Bye.